the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New. I gotta do it in foot, Mama. I gotta do it in foot, Mama. Because I was with you.
Oh my god.
I gotta do it
Oh god, it's dirty.
because I was with you. Because I was with you.
Papa is a bird watcher, so this is a really big moment. All right, today is January 4th, 2023. It is 3:30 p.m. I want to listen to this video so badly. I don't want to wait until 2 a.m. to watch it. My kids are about to come, but I want to listen to it, and at the same time I want my initial reaction to happen. So let's listen. It says, "Thank you, Jasmine, Harry, and Meghan." Let's go straight to it.
I mean, there's clearly a big machine that operates in Buckingham Palace, maintaining the image of the royal family, their neutrality, having to see off threats, because at the end of the day, this is a 1,000-year-old institution that replaces us having to have a presidential system. It's our unwritten constitution. So they're not just a family like the Kardashians, are they? They actually have a political function.
I thought they said they don't. I don't know. You're confusing people. I know they don't really make the laws or anything like that. They have MPs for that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But let's continue in comparing them to the Kardashian. But they're making it seem like the Kardashian, with all those gossip, they keep on spewing to the tabloid. But okay.
But, you know, you do have this sense that he's asking to have privacy and a normal life, and all these things have been so injurious to him, while saying to Netflix, bring your cameras in, give us $150 million. You know, it just seems rather hypocritical.
Let's talk.
Well, he's controlling his narrative. People are not invading in his life when he's doing things with his kids and family and stuff like that. Okay, he's controlling it, but you guys want to control it yourself. And also, you guys complaining about everything, the Fragmore, you want them to make their own living and all of that. Hey, that 16 bathroom you guys keep on mentioning, it's not free. It's not free. They have to pay for it. Okay, but let's continue.
Talk to a friend of the show, Jasmine Dotiwala. Jasmine, you could see why he's done this.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think it's wild because we as the British public think that we own Harry the way that we speak, and we really don't. Harry and Meghan have had their story told by royal reporters and media for so many years. This is a young man who's setting straight 38 years worth of lies and briefings about him. And
oh my God. There was a comment the other day, I think it was yesterday, in one of the tweets. Someone said something about why he's talking or how many more interviews Harry have more to do. And I have about 38 plus more years because we've been hearing stuff from the tabloid descripting his life story. There he is, he's telling his own story. Oh my goodness. But this lady sounds familiar. Was she the one who was saying that the things are coming from the palace as well? That was another version. She sounds familiar, but the copy that I have of her saying that is someone who recorded, I think, on her phone and then posted it. It wasn't like a good version of it, but I have it. She sounds familiar, but let's continue.
the worst the press and the media.
That's
and
true.
as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace. This is a young man who's setting straight 38 years worth of lies and briefings about him. And if it comes from Kensington Palace, why are they briefing against their own grandson?
But let's continue.
The worst thing for abusers is when abused people find their voices. And if you think that one Oprah Winfrey interview and a couple of podcasts and a book even come close to making that up, you're wrong. If Harry took another 5 years worth of doing interviews and press media, it wouldn't be enough to put a lifetime's narrative straight.
Oh my God! It's almost the same thing that I said. I mean, she explained it much better, not the same way that I said, because I said that comment on Twitter, I'll look for it. It says something about he has about 38 plus more years to go because they've been pretty much descripting his life stories to us.
Right, Claire?
Well, I wonder why then, if it's not going to do that, why is he doing it? I mean, it just seems
Well,
to me
he's
that...
doing it. Well, I'll answer that question for you. There are two things that Harry and Meghan are doing by doing all this media. They're selling books and podcasts and interviews because the British public wanted them to earn their own living.
Bingo! Bingo! I just said it. I swear, I didn't listen to this. There it is. They have to make money. The 16 bathroom is not free. There it is. Okay, now they're showing the working royals, how it can be done to get off the taxpayers' money. Oh my God. Okay, I'm moving it back slightly. She's spot on.
By doing all this media, they're selling books and podcasts and interviews because the British public wanted them to earn their own living. So instead of living off taxpayers' money like the rest of the royal family, Harry and Meghan are earning their own living and making their own way in life. And secondly, and more importantly, perhaps that we don't touch on enough, is in future years, when history's retold, it will be retold with Harry's point of view included, instead of historians in the future believing only what the media told us.
What did I say? What did I say? Especially with the Tom Boyle book. Okay? He's almost every single page in his book all lies and lies and lies. So finally, they have to tell their own story. I've said this in some of my podcasts. She's spot on. Oh my God.
This time we're hearing it from the horse's mouth. So it's really important that Harry and Meghan's point of view is out in public.
That's
not
right.
once or twice, but repeatedly, because history has shown us that with the right PR, it's possible to rewrite the narrative.
Yeah, two things there. I mean, I think it's very disingenuous to say that the royal family are living off taxpayers' money, because they do work incredibly hard.
Please! Cutting ribbons? They're working hard for cutting ribbons? To get millions cutting ribbons? Give me a freaking break. And then most of the charities are closing off. They're not even showing up. Some of them are showing 8 years later. What the F? But okay.
Especially the working royals like Princess Anne. And let's face it, Meghan did not want to turn up to a hospital in Wigan on a dreary Saturday afternoon to open it. She's not. She came into the royal family. She's.
Do you know that because Meghan told you that, or was it because someone at the royal family's press office briefed the media to let you believe that? Because I'm sure Meghan didn't tell you that.
Thank you.
I've not been briefed, and I never for 1 minute said that I'd had any conversation.
Where did you hear
with
that? Where did you hear that?
Hang on a minute. This is a point of view. This is why we're all here. I said I wouldn't think that Meghan would want to go to anywhere
exactly.
in a
My goodness! Why will you speak on her behalf? You don't know that. I'm glad that lady on screen mentioned that.
Any Saturday afternoon to open a hospital. She wasn't interested in actually working for the royal family.
What the F? You can't speak on behalf of Meghan. The kind of work that she was doing without anybody knows, going to Hub Community Kitchen, we don't know that. So don't speak on her behalf.
Her own words. She said she didn't even know what she had to do. She hadn't even Googled Harry. So she was coming into an institution completely blind, she says, and then that faux curtsy that she did in the Netflix thing, I think was actually very rude of her. And I think for her to have gone through the whole wedding, which was paid for by taxpayers' money.
Oh, God!
Which was paid for by taxpayers' money. 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 Taxpayers' money.
Oh, God! They made billions back. Okay, I can't wait until the lady on the screen says something. Let me see what she says.
Introduced and enveloped into the fold of the royal family. Prince Charles even walked her down the aisle. She is a form of breaking up families, let's not forget.
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
She is a form of breaking up families, let's not forget.
The plan to actually mess up the wedding.
She broke up her own family, and now she's breaking up the royal family. And I feel sorry for Harry.
And I have no regrets. It's incredibly sad, but I have no regrets at all because now I'm in a place where I feel as though I should have been 4 years ago.
Families, let's not forget. She broke up her own family, and now she's breaking up the royal family. And I feel sorry for Harry, and I do think there is remorse there. And I hope, above all,
he's a victim of it.
I think he is a victim.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of the past.
The guy said he wished he could have done it much sooner. Now they're saying he's a victim of it? Okay, I can't wait for the lady to speak.
Because I think he is, because of the reasons that we discussed earlier, the fact of the horrendous...
Jasmine doesn't agree.
And murder of, and killing and death of his mother.
Yeah.
To have
the backstabbing that went behind all this BS.
No, we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter, and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing.
Right.
You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo. But it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
The backstabbing that went behind.
About how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
And they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
Yeah.
The backstabbing that went behind him.
In his signed witness statement, that he had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source, and he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
Yeah.
The backstabbing that went behind him.
Quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household,
Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate,
according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
Yeah.
The backstabbing that went behind him.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point, unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
Yeah.
The backstabbing that went behind him.
Remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why
and if it comes from Kensington Palace, why are they briefing against their own grand...
The backstabbing that went behind him. Oh my God.
And we know that Harry is a particularly emotional person in any event. I mean, that's just the facts.
Go on, Jasmine.
No, all I will say is everything that you've just regurgitated is the stuff that I've read in the Daily Mail and the right-wing press. It is absolutely ridiculous, and it shows that you've been spoon-fed this narrative and you are now believing it. So, I mean, you've drunk the Kool-Aid. What can I say?
Come on.
Thank you. That's some nonsense. Harry literally said he wish he could have done this move a long time ago. And then you have the family who's, what is it? Thomas Markle even came out and said the whole plan was to mess up the wedding. How the hell? You haven't heard of that before?
Really quite rude, actually, for one that actually doesn't read
It
the
really
Daily Mail.
isn't. You're being really rude about a couple of people that you've never met in your life, and you are making all these assumptions about them by the briefings that have come from the palace. None of us know any of these people. Listen, I'm not a Harry and Meghan stan, and because I support what Harry and Meghan are doing doesn't mean that I don't support the royal family. I'm all for harmonious living. This is a dysfunctional family, like most families, and there's always a way back.
Well,
Every time we're on telly pitting them against each other, we are not helping.
Thank you. Oh my God, she's perfect. Let me read some of the comments. Let's hear. When she held that mirror up to the woman and told her, see yourself. There's the laugh. Okay, I didn't hear that part, but okay. So some of these are white women believe the Daily Mail Kool-Aid. It is the destructive tabloid. Yep, I agree. Thumbs up. I really love Jasmine. She politely just placed all of them in their place. I could hear the other woman echoing the same word from Angela Cobella DeVille. Okay, well done, Jasmine. You took that woman to church and back. I love the you drink the Kool-Aid line. Okay, well done, Jasmine. Okay, I'm surprised that Vine allowed her to present these facts. Harry has to set the historical record straight from his own mouth and point of view against a huge media machine that has been set against him since he was a child. Since he was born, the minute he stepped out of the hospital. Okay, to now, only now his wife and kids are included. Alright, the second woman first said, quote, "It's my point of view. I wouldn't think she would want to do the work." I mean, I'm like, how the hell do you know? We didn't even know Meghan was working with the Hub Communication even before they got married. Okay? We didn't even know that. And yet you're telling, oh, she will not get up on a Saturday morning to do this. How the hell do you know? My goodness. Okay, I'm surprised the Vine, okay, that's the one I was just reading. Harry set the historical record straight from his own mouth and point of view against a huge media machine that has been set against him since he was a child to now, only now his wife and kids are included. Okay, the second woman first said, "It's my point of view. I won't think she will want to do the work." Then claim it's fact and get offended when she is called out. Where did she get the idea that Meghan did not want to turn up and do what she has done before she met Harry? Thank you. My goodness. Well said, Jasmine. There's that. Okay, that part. Okay, I am at awe of the power of Meghan Markle. Speaking facts. Quote, "We think that we own Harry" is probably the most profound statement I pull from Jasmine's conversation. And dysfunctional exists in any family dynamic. Okay, Meghan has done charity work most of her life, so for these people to say she didn't want to work, it's why the documentary was so important to show her backstory, which apparently most people didn't know. My goodness.
For whom clean drinking water is not a reality.
This is the water that she's going through all this work to get. It's keeping her out of school and making her sick as well. So it's time to build some wells and make things a lot better than what we're seeing here.
Great message. Suits star Meghan Markle recently traveling to Rwanda and Africa, where she witnessed the deplorable state of the water supply there. She is an ambassador for World Vision, a charity that's undertaking the construction of water wells that really change lives in many countries around the world. And we're very fortunate to have her here in studio with me on today, which is World Water Day.
That's right. Good
Great
morning.
to have you here.
Good to be here. Thank you.
LOL. When she said Meghan didn't want to turn up to Wigan and she got, okay, what's Wigan? And she got called out on it, she switched it up to say she didn't think Meghan would want to turn up to Wigan.
You know, you go to a place like Rwanda, you see this firsthand, and you realize just what is at stake for these people not having access to clean drinking water, something in North America we all take for granted.
Completely, and I think that's part of, you know, the consciousness that we're trying to talk about today is the little things that we do in our day-to-day. You forget about it when you're brushing your teeth and maybe you let the faucet run, or, you know, take a longer shower. All those little creature comforts that we don't realize is so sacred to these people who don't have access to it. And for me, the biggest takeaway is that it's not just about health and wellness, but, you know, young women are walking hours a day to try to source clean water. That keeps them from getting an education. It keeps them out of schools.
Girl, bye. There's that. Okay, after this, that's it, because my kids are gonna come. Okay, that's right, darling. Jasmine DeWitt-Waller, give to them good. Meghan spent 7 years here in Toronto, and had she been a bully, she would have been written out of the show, and no one, I work in the industry, has ever had anything bad to say about her. Alright, Catherine and William are vile. Okay, abolish the monarchy.
So, you know, the access to clean water affects so much more than we think about in our day-to-day.
Why did you want to get involved in this project, this specific project?
This specific project I was drawn to because A, World Vision is an organization I've been connected to. I had sponsored a child from them years ago, so I was really aware of the good work they were doing.
Jasmine, thumbs up. As for Meghan Markle, have siblings who are 20 plus years old than her, did not live with her. As for her father, he was told to not speak to British press media, but he did. Listen to his other daughter to sell Meghan Markle to the devil for a few pennies. Also, her half-brother wrote a letter to the media for Prince Harry. Okay, sorry, the person in black was not interesting in the truth that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are saying. She did not break up her family. Meghan Markle and husband divorced. Her mother and her are close, so you are blaming her for parents' divorce. She was around 3 years old. All right. Okay, that's that. There is footage of Meghan Markle doing charitable work, Rwanda, Water Aid, India, meeting women and girls' personal health, seeing the gorilla food banks, going to Greenfield many times to meet the resident there after marriage. That's what I was saying. Okay, I guess you do not like her. Meghan Markle represent me and many others. Okay, he should not go out with Meghan Markle, then change his mind so that he could be invited to the wedding. Have siblings whose characters are not nice. The lady in black should look at all the charity work Meghan Markle has done before Prince Harry. What charity work was KM done before Prince William, or Catherine Middleton done before Prince William? Actually, what work? My goodness. All right, I need to stop now. I think I'm gonna put this by itself, get it out the way. Alright, thanks for watching. I was curious to listen to this video and I can't wait until 2 a.m. to watch it because I wanted to hear what they said. So it's 5 minutes and 2 seconds.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.